Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of our Isometric RPG series. What will we be doing today? Well, as the text above me says it, we're gonna try to add some HUD effects for when the player is getting hit with ice magic. Hello Nimesh! With fire magic maybe, when he's getting all that damage over time. Then we're gonna model and try to import in the engine an HP vial, because right now the player picks up HP from a placeholder white box, or actually gray box if you want the technical game development term. And maybe towards the end of the stream, hello Gershba, maybe, sorry, Arthur. So towards the end of the stream, we'll maybe have time to actually have fun and try to put in some sounds. I'm looking today at the orc sounds, and yeah, we're gonna have some Foley fun doing that. So yeah, thank you very much, Nimesh. I actually have the text in the room with me. Okay, so let's quickly transition to this one. And hello in the club. Yes, Florinel did give me the key to Life is Strange. He's such an awesome, amazing person. We all knew he's gonna win that key, but yes, he gave it to me. He's such a nice guy. Thanks, Florinel. Yeah, he's a very nice person. So, just as a reminder, Indie Club Live has giveaways based on tickets you can buy with Indie Points which you win by watching his stream. And Florinel is the absolute total champion of winning the giveaways. He's winning like 2 out of 3 maybe. I'll let you folks say it. Okay, another thing that's going on here, and you people tell me if it displays well enough on your screens. So I changed the way I record and stream. So please let me know if the icons in the content browser are still visible, if the text and everything is still visible in the interface. I optimized a bit so we can have better overall resolution and maybe a bit lower fonts. But let me know if you can still read everything in the editor and the text and see the icons, because that's the most important thing. Looks good, says NGS Nick. Okay, another update I should talk to you about today is the fact that NGS Nick is making one step closer to becoming a legit developer, and he's now building his game using source control, SVN to be precise. So congratulations. I'll drink some banana chocolate egg shake for that. Delish. Okay, first steps first, as I said before, HUD effects. I would like to open Onion's map, because he made a map here, a test map. Okay, let's see, Florinel doesn't get all the games, says Indie Club Live. Yeah, so I'll quickly show you the stats, if I can. So this is Florinel, and a slice somewhere here is me. So yeah. He's winning about 1/3 of the raffles, which is more than okay. It is, Nimesh, thank you very much. Okay, so let's open Oggy's test map. If only I could find it. Oggy test. Why I like this map, and Ogi of course built it as a super seasoned developer, which he is the fact that it's super simple, and when playing it I can focus on functionality, not on actual game mechanics. So just as a reminder, when the troll hits me, it also freezes me and slows me down. I would like to quickly change the color of the player to make it blue when he's under the ice effect. See, now he's okay and he can run. And now, oh, I didn't get it. And now he's slowed down. So let's first make the player character blue real quick, and then we'll fire up Photoshop, and there we go. And make some HUD effects. So I'll also add, you know what, I won't add anything. So I'll just go to, top-down CPP, blueprints, top-down character. Glad I could help, Nick. I also benefit from that, because I'll also use SVN for this project, so it's to the benefit of both of us. Plus, we'll start working a bit together on the project, so we'll both need it. Oh, Yoji Rasuro made a troll happy. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. You just made a troll happy, a lava troll happy. And Arthur is asking, he focused the last few days on Blender because he came to the conclusion that he will need meshes to create a level. That's usually how it happens. You build the entire game with gray boxes and then you realize you need to put art in it. So it's standard behavior, you're not too slow, not too fast. Hello Slipcore, and welcome back, my friend. Oh man, me and Slipcore had some fun late last night with Unreal. It was amazing. Okay, so let's see where we deal damage. So you know what, let's increase the text for all the comments. Let's make it 48, even more, 90. Shoot enemies, it says here. Let's also make this one bigger, 90. Health potion input. So I'm just quickly increasing the fonts because of the resolution change, so we can track what everything displays here. So, there we go. Restore HP by value of potion, decrease number of potion, health potion input. So no, I'm not looking for that. Shoot enemies. Not today. I'm not looking for that. Magic orb regen cooldown. This here, let's make this one 90 as well. No, I'm not looking for this either. I am looking for HUD initialization and recall. Unfortunately, no, it's not this one either. Sorab, no, I try to not work only blueprints. I try to keep it well-rounded and do modeling and anything that needs to be done. Aha, okay. So here, and today I'll actually work more textures and Blender and sounds. That's a new one, even for me. Okay, so here I set the frozen color and the slow walk speed, and here I set back to the normal color and normal walk speed. There we go. Yeah, we're all eagerly waiting for that. So frozen color slow walk works, and it sets the lower speed. And you know what? Let's actually breakpoint here. I'm putting a breakpoint to make sure this actually works. So basically, the next time I'll get hit by the troll, come on baby, I should hit the breakpoint. So clearly, it's not happening there. Let's inspect a bit the world to make sure we're not overriding in any way the default character class. Layer something. Game mode override, none. Default class, none. Okay. So this should be the character that gets spawned. Oh, okay. If this event isn't getting called, let's call aha. Yes, my bad. We have another one. The newer one. Which so remember how yes, Sleepcore, the instance was good, thank you. But Augie refactored a lot of stuff in here, and now we're using another damage function in the character. So let's increase this comment as well, 90. This is the ice damage over time stuff. Let's give it another F here. Okay, for Nick's OCD. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we're decreasing, we're decreasing the walk speed and setting a timer by event, deal damage to player. Yeah, tough. Stoof. Okay, let's put a breakpoint here because I want the color to return to normal when the timer expires, and I want the color to start, we'll also add a breakpoint here, when the player initially receives the damage type. So we go back here, we press play, and now the game should break when I receive the damage. So we found it. This is actually a nice part. Sorab is asking me if I don't do coding. Well, I try not to do a lot of Visual Studio C++ coding. If I really have to, I will do it. I prefer to do coding here. Coding is, yeah, you really need to know some C# to work properly with Unity, that's for sure. Here you can still get away with blueprints most of the time. I actually did have to temper a bit with the code for this project because I wanted to change something which wasn't available by blueprints. Also, Sorab, this project is a C++ based project to start with. Okay, so let's resume the simulation, and at some point, okay, I just got hit again by the troll, so let's resume the simulation once more, and let's wait until the ice effect passes, the freezing effect. There we go. So now I am clear from the freezing effect. So this is the pin where everything ends. And I will just stop now. I don't need to play it with the breakpoints anymore. I'll just disable the breakpoint here at clear and invalidate timer by handle. And I will bring in the normal color. So this event, I don't need it anymore. And I will take this entire comment box here and I will plug it in here. So once the ice spell passes and I am free to move normally again, I can set back the normal color and the normal walk speed. And when do I set the frozen color and slow the walk speed? Actually, the walk speed is already covered by Ogi, so I will just remove this block entirely, and just the frozen color and slow walk speed, I will put it here when the ice orb hits me. Problem is, now I'm not entering the timer properly, so I'll quickly have to create a sequence here. Sequence. And I'm pretty sure if everything works, that's about it for the blueprint stuff. So in case we have people here who don't like blueprints and the scripting part that much, the pain is almost gone. I would also like to thank Indie Club Live for inspiring me. Before the stream we went on a bicycle ride just to get my energy levels up, and I think it worked. Let's see. Okay, so this should be like as clean as I can get it right now. Compile everything. Save. And let's play it one more time. So now the character should turn blue. Oops, I forgot a breakpoint here. My bad, folks. My bad. There, I disabled it. So now the character should be blue. He is blue. Okay, maybe we don't see the color difference that well, but he is a bit bluer. You know what? I will just change the color and make him powerfully blue. That's a word. So frozen color, let's find the variable here. Red, green, blue. Should be 1 on blue and 0.2 on the other ones. Let's try it like this. We compile, we save, and let's see if this worked. It should turn like really blue now. There we go. So now we know we're frozen, right? We know we are as blue as it gets. As the song goes, I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die, dabba-dee, dabba-die. Okay, he's white again, he's blue. He's moving slower, he's under the spell effect. And yes, as Slipcore is saying it, I'm setting the spell with the spell color with a vector. And yes, Nick, yes, the trolls are now back to their original functionality, but scripted in a much cleaner, easier to follow, and altogether proper and composed way. That's why you bring in the expert, for sure. Okay, so now we have the color on the character, and we can fire up Photoshop, and we can start doing the HUD effects. So, before I actually start working on the actual HUD effects, I want to explain a bit what I'm doing. Slipcore says I can use a different method to set the color. Yes, I take a vector and I turn it into a scalar, so I can actually use a linear color and use Unreal Color Chooser in the variable. Totally correct, and I might just do that. Hey, Adosfinth, thank you very much for making a lava troll party, and thank you for the follow. I could definitely do that, but I really like setting colors by numbers. Just to complicate things late at night when I'm trying to debug why something doesn't work. So yeah, we'll probably also do this exactly as Slipcore says it, so we can see the color. Right now, I want to make a quick sketch of what I'll do in this first part of the stream with the HUD effects. So, yes, both ways work, but the way you propose Slipcore is much easier to track visually. You just look at the color and you kind of understand where the color change happens. So that's why I would rather follow it. Can I zoom this in a bit? Okay, maybe too much, but anyway, HUD. And let's make this larger. There we go. There we go. So let's think about how information is organized in the project and usually in Unreal. We've got ourselves a HUD and we've got ourselves a player controller. I'll put in player character. Player character. There we go. A HUD, and that you know what, we also need to think about the external world and what happens in the world that causes all this. So let's duplicate this. Let's give it a maybe nice green color as well. Oops, the color picker is in another screen. Now it's proper. Hey, Delta X, thank you so much for making a troll happy and party. And for the follow. Okay, so we got, let's write here troll. I'm glad you're enjoying these shows, folks. I honestly didn't know what the reception would be, if people would like to see how video games are made, but apparently we're good, we're solid. I'm super glad, and I hope I'll inspire you to pursue your own projects and build your own awesome games. So, we have a troll that by one way or another, usually by magic orb, and not by any kind of magic orb, but the ice spell magic orb. So you know what? Let's make a blue arrow here with a blue fill and blue fill. Will deal damage to the player. The thickness needs to be thicker, I guess. Ah, we're not there yet. Okay, I'll just erase this and make another one because it's too thin. Custom shape, and let's select this one. You know what? We'll use an arrow stencil. Okay. So the troll, with his magical ice spell, will deal damage to the player. And when this happens, we'll want to actually select the player's HUD here and tell the HUD to do something about it. Oops, there we go. And tell the HUD, hey, Sorab, thank you so much. You just came in from YouTube, that's funny. Nice, nice. Good to have you in the Twitch family as well, Sorab. So the troll deals damage with the spell, and then on the player character we do all the damage, we change the color, but we need to get the player's character HUD, and in the HUD itself we need to put some ice texture. There we go. Nice and cool. Like so. We need to put an ice texture, but then, and this is the funny part, still from the player's character, once, you know what, I'll try to do it as best as I can. So let's see, we have to rotate this and we have to do it like this. Still from the player's character, bam. When the ice spell expires, we have to let the HUD know about it, so it removes the ice texture. There. I'm hoping I'm using the proper colors here. Now let's bring the ice texture a bit lower, and let's actually draw it. Let's draw a clock icon if we have one. Do we have a clock icon here? Clock, 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 tick tock, where are you? We have some musical notes. There we go. This one. So here, maybe with no fill, we'll just make this. Perfect. So after the player's character Frost expires, exactly where we reset the blue color, we have to tell the HUD to stop displaying the ice texture. And you know what? Just so everyone can easily follow, I will copy this entirely, like so, and I'll upload it and I'll share the link. Hello, Florinel. Thank you again very much for sharing the spoils of the last raffle you just won. Irina also sends her regards. Thank you for Life is Strange. I have a feeling if Irina will play Life is Strange on the stream, we might actually see someone trashing the game more than Indie Club Live. That's why maybe I'll play it. But thank you again. And Rock Pills, thank you very much, my friend, for helping us put in liquid cooling. That means the next season will be more about compiling light maps and working processor heavy on the project. Thank you very much, dude, or dudess. You folks are amazing. Okay, where was I? Okay, I have to share the link so everyone can see what I'm working on. And you know what? I'll actually try to make a repeating kind of thing in the Restream bot chat something, so it automatically refreshes everyone with what we're doing right now. So what we're working on HUD effects for ice spell on the player there, and we also put the link and we repeat it every 15 minutes. Chat command is okay. What we're working on. Trigger on what? Save. Okay, so technically now, if anyone would like to type in what? Okay, Arthur, see ya. Stefan, thank you so much for the subscription. You're definitely coming in from somewhere else, not from Twitch, maybe YouTube. That's why the gif. Bye, Arthur. Okay. So now we can remind everyone what we're working on, and let's actually start working on this. The first thing I would need is a texture. So let's make a texture not too big but not too small. 512. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Stefan. Is it Stefan or is it Stefan? Okay. So let's quickly make a texture for the frost that will display on the player's HUD. Okay, I'll just leave this background. I don't even need it. I'll just delete it. Yes. And on the frontmost layer, we're gonna use a flake shape. Do we have a snowflake shape? My goal isn't necessarily to produce top-notch quality art, and especially not during the stream, because that involves a lot of fiddling and pushing pixels around. I would rather like to show you the entire process and how I usually structure my work. Okay, so let's look for a snowflake kind of thing here. Snowflake, this one looks beautiful. Oh, we have multiple options. This one I like. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. Perfect. Perfect, just the thing I was hoping for. So I'm just putting a snowflake, but I won't put it in the middle of the texture. I would rather maybe put it like this somehow. I'm still considering. No, you know what? I'll put it smack in the middle and we'll stretch it in inside Unreal. Okay, we got ourselves a nice snowflake here. And now maybe we could add an inner shadow just to give it some depth, some sort of effect, anything. Again, thank you folks, everyone. We're at 50% with our goal to achieve liquid cooling. That means I'll be able to max out the processor and we can really start having fun with lighting in the maps. We'll probably also switch to much more complex lighting situations. Okay, you know what? Should I maybe zoom in a bit? Maybe? Let's zoom in a bit so everyone sees clearly what I'm doing. Okay. So, as I was saying, some inner shadow. I just check mark here inner shadow and I go to something, I don't know, darker, maybe still in the blue range. This color, increase the size a bit because I want to give it some, you know, some depth still. I don't want it as basic as possible. We're not that lazy on this stream. So maybe this looks okay-ish already. And you know what? I'll also try an effect. Filter, pixelate, and I really like this one's crystallize. It asks me if I want to rasterize the shape. I will, but not the original, but a duplicate. So filter, pixelate, and crystallize. Yes. This will show me how the crystallization effect will look like. And if you can notice in this tiny little preview window, can I increase the preview window maybe? No, I can't. It's not what I'm looking for. So we'll look for another one, pixelate, fragment, maybe? Yes, this looks amazing. This looks amazing. Because remember, it will be displayed on the HUD. And you know what? We'll keep this one, which is blurry, but we'll export a second texture with the one which is entirely clear, sharp, and visible. Actually, I'd like to duplicate this again and maybe put another effect on it. So we have like two different looking effects on the HUD. Maybe mosaic. Okay, so we have this one and we have come on. Oh, my bad. We had this one here. Mosaic. Nah, too much. Too little. Too much, too little. Just right. Okay. So now we have this one, which will display on the player's HUD, and this one. Okay. So let's export the first one as a texture. Here we go. We wanted to have transparency, and I did notice that PNG24 exports itself the best. So PNG24, 512, let's save it. Of course, in our textures folder, HUD, and we'll call it Frostbite01. Yeah, Frostbite01. And the other one will be called, of course, you might have guessed it, folks, Frostbite02. When developing, it's not necessarily ideal to get creative, especially with variable names or with texture names. And now, by the magical powers of Unreal, as you can see in the bottom corner, I can import the texture. Yeah, Microsoft GIF Animator. So Slipcore, you probably started development 10 years ago or even more if you're talking about Microsoft GIF animator. That's like way back. Okay, let's look a bit at the player's HUD or HUD, depends on the flavor. So this is the player's HUD. Up in the top part of the HUD we show messages from the world. In the bottom left we show the count of health potions and the health bar, and in the bottom right we show the magic orb regeneration status. In the center we show if the player has keys or not, and we should probably make an entire container altogether. Box. If I could just remember the name of the container. Optimization, no. Retainer box, what does this do? The retainer box renders children widgets to a render target. No, we don't need that. Horizontal box, this looks pretty good. Size box, vertical box, wrap box. No, I don't want the box in which I will... Oh, 2001, okay, Slipcore, so you were coding it back in 2001, that's a long time ago. before I discovered video games. Okay, so I want just a container box, I don't want anything fancy. Text box, no. Button, image, so something really simple. I could just put the effects in directly, but I want to organize them a bit. Background blur, nah. User created, nah. Primitive, okay. Menu anchor. Size box. It's still complicated. I'm looking for something really simple. Canvas panel. This is great. This is just great. A canvas panel will do. So the position anchors. Let's anchor it smack over the entire screen. Let's also size it over the entire screen. There we go. There we go. There we go. Like so. Okay, so now over the entire screen I have a canvas panel. And in this canvas panel I'll just need to add images. Like, whoop. There. Let's see if I can parent the image. Okay, so now what I did is I've parented the image to the canvas panel, right? And let's call the canvas panel something fancier, like rename and call it Frostbite panel. Frostbite panel. This will suggest to anyone opening up the project what this panel actually does. Okay, image. I can't leave it named like that, so I'll just rename it Frostbite 01. Makes me think about EA's engine Frostbite. And let's add itself an image. Color and opacity, alignment, anchors. Yeah, I want it to be up in that corner. Image, where are you, image? Color and opacity, no. Brush, there we go. And now I just select the image I want, which of course, as you might have guessed it, it's Frostbite 01. Let's see what happens when I put this one in. Okay, so this is how it looks like. But again, I don't want to you know what, let's display this entirely for now. The size, I want it to be 512 by 512. Alignment is perfect, so this one looks amazing. Now I would like to duplicate a few of them. Copy and paste inside. Of course, I'll have to name this one Frostbite 02 and maybe put it right here on the screen. I'll anchor it more to the center of the screen because it's more logical. I'll actually decrease the size. I'll always try to add larger snowflakes to suggest the frostbite on the edge of the screen and smaller ones in the center of the screen, because if you're already slowed down by the ice magic, if you're already losing health with damage over time, I don't want to be brutal towards the player and also make him have very big difficulties seeing what's going on in the world. Okay, so this is good. Let's actually use the other texture, Frostbite 02, like so, and let's, you know what, could I possibly affect the transparency a bit? So I'm just playing around, trying not to get an even feel of everything. Alignment. Okay, so this just moves it left and right. I don't want to do this, but I would like to rotate it. In Z order, image size. I might not be able to rotate it, maybe. So this is how I move them, and maybe I can rotate. Render transform. No. The color thingy has numbers too. Yes, but this is in case you're not using a texture, and actually this one, multiplies over the texture you put in. So maybe we can make some bluer, some redder, but of course red over blue multiplies into green. So yeah, it actually works. Okay, transform, pivot, transform, translation, scale, shear, angle. There we go, because I also want to rotate them a bit, and I would like to keep the size at 512 by 512, which is the native resolution of my images, of my snowflakes, but make the scale from the render transform lower. So I'll put it at 0.6 and 0.6 again. Okay, now let's copy it a few times. So come on, copy and paste. This will be called, of course, Frostbite 03. There we go. We'll just add a different rotation, like minus 80 something, minus 62. I'll scale it down to 0.45. Exactly, Nick. That's exactly what we're doing. HUD effect for the ice spell when the player is under the influence of the ice spell. That's exactly what we're doing. Let's actually put this one on the margin of the screen. And again, now it's just about duplicating and duplicating and duplicating this. Don't go overboard, because remember, folks, we're doing overdraws here and they tend to get expensive. So try to solve it with as little textures as possible. I'll try to aim for one of the big ones in each corner and a few more up and maybe to the sides. Wouldn't it be easier to make it in another widget? Maybe NGS Nick, it would be easier to make it in another widget, but I'd rather keep a single widget on the player and show it at all times. But I guess there is no difference whatsoever. If we would have multiple damage classes, then I'd definitely do it in another widget. Like, you know what? Let's try to move this in another widget. let's try to move this in another widget. So if I cut here and I create another widget, will it work? So let's create a user interface widget blueprint. Let's call it HUD damage effect. Yeah, exactly, NGS Nick. That's why I moved them instantly when you mentioned it. So what NGS Nick is proposing, we make separate widgets, one for each ability. Maybe at some point we want to deal poison effect to the player, or a fire effect, or just the regular troll punch effect, which also brings another HUD image. So yeah, that's why I just moved them here. Let's see if I can paste from one to another, and yes, I can. In this case, it's even easier to not use the frostbite panel anymore, right? Because I don't need a panel to contain my widgets in the original HUD, because now I have a widget dedicated to containing each of the effect styles. Let's quickly just compile this and maybe save and compile this. Okay, now let's go loco with the frostbites. Copy, we paste it again, we move it, oopsie, we move it maybe, oops, here. I would like to anchor it in the lower right corner. Come on, dear image. Okay. Here, I want you to stay. Let's also rotate a bit. Rotation, angle, called angle here. In the club, may you have a refreshing sleep. Thank you very much, and see ya tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Bye. I'll actually stream after you, Indy, just for the record. Okay, there we go. Frostbite L02, and you know what? Let's name the large ones differently. Maybe we'll need to track them at a later point. This probably is very much okay for Nick especially, but yeah, maybe we need to track them at a later point to just the larger ones. Okay, I changed the texture on this one. Two more large ones. So frostbite L _0, and I'll just copy this text. 3 and 4. There we go. So numero 3, where are you, my friend? Here you are. You'll stay here, and you'll have a different angle and a different scale this time. So maybe like this, and a different scale, 0.6, 0.6. Too small. 0.85 and 0.85. I'm trying not to go into awkward, weird scales. I try to keep it as regular as possible, symmetrical scale. There we go. This one's parented to this corner, and frostbite 04. You are gonna be parented to the top right corner, and you know what? It will also be something like just an angle variation. There we go. Okay, so let's just try it as it is right now, and let's see how it works. Compile and save. So I have this HUD widget, and I just need to display it when the player gets the damage. A fade effect, sure, why not? However, with the fade effect NGS Nick, we'll have to talk about that, because we'll probably need to link the fade effect to the actual dotting on the ice. We can do that, but let's see how we pull it off, because The way we have now the ice spell is you get hit with the ice spell, we start doing damage over time, but then if you get hit again with the ice spell, we reset the counter for the damage over time. So we can do that. I just want to make sure we don't make it pop. Or now I just want to display it, honestly. So set frozen color and slow walk speed. This would actually turn into set frozen color and show ice HUD. Okay, and we should probably just create a widget. It shouldn't be a widget. Add widget component, creates a new component, or create widget. No, add widget component. Yes, Florinel, that is entirely correct. I think I did something wrong with the lights. Some light bulbs burnt, and I don't think I still have the proper lighting, but maybe we'll fix that when we compile or something. Add widget component, target, nope, not this one. Oh, I need to add it as a variable maybe, or add, no, widget. Color and opacity, player HUD, player HUD, player HUD, player HUD. Yeah, I need to add it as a component if I'm not mistaken. Player HUD. I want to see how I set the original one. Set. Oh my gosh, it's with create add player widget. Okay. That's why I wasn't getting it right. Create HUD, but it's not HUD, create widget. Class, HUD damage effect. And I'm gonna regret this later. I will definitely regret this later. So the question is, should I create a single widget which has parametric display based on the damage type? Or should I create different widgets for each damage type? Easy way, different widgets for each damage type. Hard way, but better. Parametric, a single HUD damage effect widget, which works. Owning player. You know what, let's just brutally copy paste. The getter, it's a get player controller. I thought we were doing a get actor as well. But okay, get player controller, there we go. Let's see if at least we display it on the screen and how it looks like. Play. Yep. Nothing, because I also need to show it. Create HUD damage widget. What? Show. Display. No, focus. Let's just brutally copy paste. Yeah. Okay, so I need to set it, add to viewport. Oh gosh, okay. I might pull it off with just an add to viewport. I might. So I wouldn't need to set focus on it because we don't need any kind of input or something. Let's see if this works. Add to viewport, yeah. Come on. Bam! Oh, I'm frozen. But now it doesn't disappear once the magic is gone. So we should set back to normal color and normal walk speed. We should remove from viewport or destroy it entirely. Create and then maybe we destroy okay, let's just search for widget, transform, set something. We need the blue ones that is enabled. Set visibility. And here is where we're actually gonna start having some fun. Okay, let's create a variable called player HUD damage, which is of type HUD widget, HUD damage effect, sorry. Because we're gonna have to start having some fun with it. So first of all, I'll need to get it here. We're gonna do it properly clean. Let's just break link to set visibility. So instead of creating it here, I will just create it when initializing the player altogether, all the way down here at HUD initialization and recall stage. You know what? Somewhere here at the end, at the very end. Boom. I will also set it properly so I can reference the variable. So it's nope, this is a get. I'm going for a set like this and like this and like this. I have an extra pin which I don't need here. There we go. I'm adding it to viewport, and you know what? I would also like to set its visibility. Set the visibility to none. Hidden. Okay. Okay. Now we're going somewhere. We're going places. So what did I just do? I added the HUD as soon as the player spawns, but the damage effect on the HUD. But I'm also making it invisible, so I will just show it when he gets the damage and hide it again when he recovers from the damage. So here I set it to hidden, and here where I set the frozen color and show the ice HUD, I just set the visibility to be again visible. Now, let's see if this works. This is gonna be quite interesting actually. Blam, and I'm frozen, and I'm not frozen anymore. There we go. We just have ourselves our HUD effect. Oh gosh, and now he froze me again. And the cooldown, there we go. Functional HUD effect. Oops, I dodged that one, sorry, my bad. Okay, pretty cool. I'm actually trying to attack the troll myself this time, and he's dead. Okay. Now, let's maybe try to add a fade, maybe. So for this, I would need to control the fading inside the HUD damage first. So here, I would need on the canvas itself maybe to bind to the visibility. No, not to the visibility, but maybe to the actual items one by one. Let's try it directly in the graph. So I would call it on event tick, and this is not necessarily cool. Not on construct, not on pre-construct. No, we'll have to do it by, let's do it by a widget first, and then we'll probably regroup everything into a container still. But let's try to do it by a widget first. So for this widget, on the color and opacity, I will just bind a script that says, yes, NGS Nick, I'm trying to make the fade, which shouldn't be that, but I still need to do it by tick. Or should I do it from the player's tick anyway? Should I do it from, because here I'm doing an event with timer anyway. This is actually quite interesting. Yo, 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 Dr. Drogi, just in time, just in time. Can't I do it with animations? Oh, gosh, what happened, Dr. Drogi? I hope you're okay and just ecstatic and happy. We're trying to make a HUD fade. So what we have so far is we display a HUD effect when the player gets hit by the ice, and it goes away once the player... yes, please tell us. Please tell us. And I'm glad you're fine. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Dr. Blueprints, we have a patient. Okay. Node. Maybe as an animation, maybe. Timeline or some interrupt blend fade. Okay, but can I create timelines in here? I can cast to a timeline component. Oh, okay, I can play a timeline here. Okay. Let's actually try this. Timeline for fade. Functions cannot delay. Yes. That's why I was thinking of linking it in per tick with the player's timer. Technically, this is what we're doing here with timer by events. So I was thinking of somehow linking in here, but the timeline seems much more clean. Yes, Dr. Drogi, if possible, let's do it via Discord this time. Let me see where you at. Where you at, my friend? And I have to say sorry in advance because of the low resolution, but let's do this. Okay, stopping the music now, folks. Boink. And calling Dr. Blueprints. There we go. Never go alone.
Hey chaps.
Hey, hey, hey.
You, can you share screen?
Yeah, yes. Sorry for the low res. I have to say it in advance. Also...
Yeah, it's okay. I'm checking it. I think we cannot play timeline, but we can bind some alpha to some variable. I'm quite sure. But that's just my idea. I don't know how to do that, but in just a second to check on my side.
I'm actually in the color and opacity, and I'm binding there.
Just right a second now. To see what that's the HUD, and that HUD have some type of images.
Yes.
Okay, and those images have some type of alpha.
Yes, I have the color and opacity, which gives me the alpha.
Just the main one, like the master master opacity of that whole stuff, like whole canvas panel, for
Here,
example.
I
Or
don't
we can
have.
make maybe can make a border if canvas doesn't have opacity, and maybe it doesn't.
It
You can
doesn't.
just try to with the border or something. Pick a
Border.
border, yeah,
Okay.
and place it in a canvas panel. But you need
And
to
now I parent
yeah,
everything in
yeah.
here.
We need to find a way to bind.
Oh, the border doesn't want to have children. It can't have multiple children. So
Then we
back to
need
the
something
drawing
else.
board. Yes, we had the container thing. What was it?
I I don't know, but yeah, we need to find a way. Maybe we can do it by one, but we need to bind opacity to some variable. Variables in a UI can be binded, and
I'm
then you can drive them. You will drive them from other blueprint, but if you can't
yes.
drive them here, so
What I was thinking about was making it first on one and then
yeah,
seeing
we
it
can
works.
expand later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for now, I just bind it to the color and opacity of the one in the top left corner. I binded a function.
To a function?
Yes.
Can you
And
show me the function?
of course I can. So the function gets the frostbite color and opacity when it's called, so basically when the HUD is made visible, and it returns it with something. Right now, it returns it with a 0 on everything. So 0 on opacity, 0 on alpha, 0 on everything.
Okay, you're binding to a function, and that function actually doesn't have anything in except hard-coded color.
Yes. Actually, now the alpha is on 0, and I'll put the color on 1 because we want to this returns
It will be
multiply.
transparent now.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
Let's set it half transparent to see it works first.
Yeah.
So right now I should have on the HUD in the top left corner a half transparent frostbite snowflake effect. There we go. See? So it's half transparent.
Yeah,
there we are.
But I'm not sure that's the way we go.
Okay, okay.
Because we will not be able to drive that variable inside the function.
Are you
the binding
sure?
can be? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm looking here, and it looks like we can do a timeline reference.
That's not that looks like. Oh, we can do it.
Yes, and if I would just turn the timeline into
no.
Yeah.
From the timeline, we would change the value on the update, but we need some type of event for that. And
but
just
the event is just getting the HUD call for now.
No. In HUDs usually, I was driving the variables from outside, from like player character, from whatever. So HUD UI is able to call in character, so you can communicate.
Yes.
Which will give you the chance to drive that variable on tick.
My second option.
It will fade.
My second option, which would be a bit messier, but it seems it's exactly what you're talking about, is to connect from the actual dot effect you implemented in the top-down character and to change the value of a simple variable here in the HUD damage effect. So this I'll just promote to variable. I'll call it opacity value or something.
Yeah, maybe we can drive that one.
Opacity value, there we go. I'll remove the timeline because we don't need it anymore. And
that one should be a float.
This is, let's compile to see what it is.
User color, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how we will change the color variable.
Well, this actually stores numbers in alpha.
It's a number in alpha. We need to change alpha only.
Yes. So now I'm thinking
from 1 to 0. Okay, that's a float.
So now in here, in the top-down character, from the player HUD damage, I would probably need to
Did you call the HUD here in character? Yes, you have a reference. Great.
Yes.
Then we would be able to get that and set that. We can set it right from player. You can it was good. Keep the player HUD there, and instead of get that color, just set it.
Okay.
We change it.
Okay, got it. Okay. So opacity will just get set here.
Yeah, we can push the data to that. It's not maybe like most efficient way to do it, but probably we can change it. But my worry is I'm bad with the colors. How you can change that opacity value then? You should be can be transferred to the float, because then we can control it quite good.
I can make a linear color out of floats.
Oh, great. So just change the alpha and we got it.
Okay, and then the alpha.
We can use timeline now. If you want to fade it really good, or we can use a timer, which will be... timer needs to update at least 10 times a second.
Let's use a timeline.
Timeline is just perfect fade called on tick.
Okay.
So double click on timeline.
So let's call it fade opacity. Okay, and here we just go from 0 to 1 with a float track, because we're working with the float
floats. Track, yeah.
Okay, and
just right click, right click in graph and make point. Add key point and float. Yes. Okay. Now left clicking on it. You can set up it by hand. It's easier, much easier. Just click on that. No. Okay.
Okay.
Click on one. Okay. Now click on time.
Okay. So time is zero. Value is 1, and time is 5.
How fast you want? 5 seconds is. Okay.
What's the damage over time?
5 seconds.
There we go.
Yeah, perfect. Now click on the one dot. No, wait. Click on the one dot.
Okay.
One of those, whatever.
Okay.
And now press number 1.
Numero 1.
Oh, that's the shortcut for to make a curve. Oh, yes. That's automatic curve. That's good.
Okay.
Now you save and compile the timeline, and we can name that track actually, but we don't need to. It could be named like
let's
alpha.
Let's name it for Nick. We're naming it for Nick.
Yeah.
So this, where's the
alpha
name?
0 value.
Here.
Oh, we need to change one more thing now.
Rename. So this will be alpha fader.
0. Yeah, alpha 0 fader. And now wait. The length is a 5. I have 5 seconds. We have it. It's good. Perfect. Yeah.
So now
we need to set it up somewhere. That's your functionality. Just a second, and you need to connect update to set. No.
To the set. Yeah.
To that, yes.
Okay.
And be careful when it's finished. You need to continue your blueprint or put this on a end of some lines where you want to that stuff happen.
Well, let's actually do this then. So. Here is where I
when you want that effect to happen.
After I set the frozen color and show the ice HUD, I want to play.
This one will always play and reset it. Maybe you should put it play from start, because if the event called again, you want that full 5 seconds to play again.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, that should work. We have to test it now.
Okay, question is, in a separate event, I go to setting back the normal color and the normal one. You know what? This could actually work.
Just ask me. I have an answer if you ask what I think you will.
So
you want to return it back or something?
Actually, we don't have to, because we're playing from start, right?
Yes. It always will be full visible to the full fade.
Okay, and then let's make another point here.
Why?
Because I want for the first second to have full opacity, or I don't.
Yeah, you can add a track point.
Or if I leave it just like this.
Yeah, just I don't know. Just add the track point. We'll see then.
Here, so this one stays at 0, value is 1. This one stays at 0, value. Oh, sorry. This one stays at 1, value is 1. And after the first second, then it starts to fade.
I understand.
Okay, compiled, save, This might actually be easier than it seems, folks.
We'll see.
Boom. Okay. Disregard the color.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it faded very nice. Let's fix the color. Let's fix the color here. So I would need the linear color to keep on one. Because
we overrided it, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's multiplying over the texture's color. So that's why when you put black over something, you only get black.
Missed you first time.
Yeah. And it's fading nicely.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for but we are just adjusting the left one.
Yes, exactly. And I'll go full screen okay. So we better see it.
Yeah. It's okay. Now we have to change that. All those have that same variable inside?
Yes. Or we make a single variable.
Just a second. Can you go to the HUD now?
Oops, I died.
He could.
Yes. Okay.
Fortunately,
it's a global variable. I declared it as a global variable, so the easiest way would be to bind. Can I bind the same function on all of them?
Yes.
Then we're set, folks.
Set. That's it. Yeah.
Just a small disclaimer. I'll let you do it, Dr. Drogi, about if it would be a serious AAA game production, how we would do it.
I would not call that on every single object here.
There we go, folks.
Maybe they're actually using. It's hard for me to tell because I can't read C++. But if they're actually driving if they just taking that one function we made, then it's okay. But generally, you would like to avoid using those fades wherever you can. But they're actually using fades on tick with those type of visual color effects and stuff like that. So I would be cautious with this because of optimization, but that's a good way to do it. I mean, maybe there is some more efficient, like technical wise, but if you want to drive
a container, maybe put them in a container that drives like children.
We need to check that. Maybe it's not even needed. But I would be cautious with those fades and use it only when needed and not on like 100+ objects. This one is good. We can actually measure it. We can open, I don't know, the name. Doesn't matter. We won't optimize now. It's good.
Okay.
Our frame rate is good.
So Slipcore says he still thinks using a border and then a container could have worked, and setting the color on the border. But I'm thinking the same thing as Slipcore, and why not? So if we really want to go loco, folks, let's try.
No. The only question here is, does every of those objects using separate resource to drive the variable, or they just pull the function and one function drives
updates
them all?
Okay.
If function updates them all, the border cannot help anyway. If all those little snow whatever have the separate drive, then border would be good in optimization, but we don't know that and we have to measure that.
It might help us either way, because for instance, let's say we would like to show the damage, the regular melee damage as well as blood, for instance, as blood splats, or the red vignette.
If you manage to do it, I mean, on some object that have them all, it would be better for sure.
So I would rather just group them anyway, because I'm thinking to keep just a single HUD damage effect widget in which to put everything.
Yes, and then we drive only one timeline, and that's really efficient. Timelines are good; they are not so bad, but they're great too.
They're actually recommending them now even over the sequences. So folks, when possible, try to use timelines instead of sequences, because timelines are even more efficient in terms of resources.
Yeah, but sequences are completely different stuff in my
Yeah, yeah.
eyes.
But for instance, the boulders I did there, those could have been driven by timelines, no problem. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So Sleepcore says technically it's one function being called on multiple items. It will have to render for all, and that should be more than the initial 5 calls. Even if it is one call, the render should stay the same.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
so
Render should stay the same.
render should stay the same, but let's try at least to group them in a box and maybe add the blunt melee damage Nick mentioned earlier. So I would still look for very simple box. I'll actually type in box. So scale box allows you to place content with a desired size and have it scale. Size box, a widget that allows you to specify size. No, because this has a single child. Wrap box is too smart because it flows and wraps, and we don't want any kind of smart behavior. Sleepcore says he doesn't know of any container that does not force align the things. Okay, then for simplicity's sake, and just to have some flow in the stream, we'll keep it like this, and I would just rather duplicate the damage effect. So for instance, I would first rename it. I'd call it HUD damage HUD. Let's rename it something clever. HUD DMG underscore frostbite. Or ice, to keep consistent, ice effect. There we go. Maybe I'll also fix up some redirectors in the folder. Okay. And then I could just duplicate it, call it HUD damage fire effect. There we go. And just draw a different widget altogether when we're melee, when we want to show the melee for now. Of course, this would have to probably grow in a HUD manager system, but again, it's a rather simple project. I don't think we'll get into performance issues, and I don't think we'll have much problems toggling between the two. The question would be, if I am under the spell, under the frost effect, and get punched by a melee troll, which one should we display?
That there is a custom event that is called when troll melee hits you.
Yes, yes. So
or range hits you. So
functionally, we can definitely get it, but we would need a sort of design decision and maybe some priorities in the blueprint as to what's more important.
Yeah, you can just I don't understand, but you can just hide or unhide some elements of UI. So
okay,
shouldn't be a problem in single element. I don't know. You should be able to hide some
oh
stuff
yeah,
there.
definitely. It's more like
Or
a design
if
question.
you want to do it in one HUD, we can make just another HUD for melee.
I think I have an elegant solution. And honestly, Sleepcore has an elegant solution. Sleepcore says both. And you know what? Spot on. So if you get a melee hit on top of the frostbite, we won't show the same style of icing effect. We'll just put some claws right in the center. Let me quickly draw what I'm thinking of.
I really think we should do both. Because
yes, and we'll just put some claws or something.
No. We can drive both them in the same time.
Yeah.
Because if you're frozen and he hits you with melee, oh, that's okay. You will just have bloods and you're still frozen. That's it. That's how it is.
Yes. However, I will not drive again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 effects here. So I will just delete the melee effect. I would just drive a single image and I'll go in and do it really quick. So another new image, 512 by 512. I'll make a layer, another layer, and I'll just make some claws or something that resembles getting punched by a troll the size of a bear.
The size of a bear.
Yeah.
They're a hand slap.
Yeah, a bear slap. getting a bear slap. You know what? Because we still had fun.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. So let's.
Those are good.
Let's
That's
just
pure bear.
Pure
hand.
bear. Yeah.
Foot, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. And let's do the colors a bit, because I think red is more suitable for the type of damage we'd be getting here. Let's make it dark red on the borders. Yes. Dark red on the border. And let's also fill it with some brighter red. Blam, like this. So this type of angering Jack Wolfskin, they would sue me. I hope not. So for Jack Wolfskin watching this, please don't sue me. Okay, and you know what? In another layer, let's do some. Is it here? We'll just pick this color. We'll just do it with lesser opacity. Oh, dude, while I do this, because it's boring to hear me talking about each tiny action I'm doing, tell us your story. Oops, Dr. Drogi, you still there, friend? Hello? Yeah, so we lost Dr. Drogi for a bit. He'll probably be back, but I want to hear his story, his funny story. This one. Right. Okay.
You will make a PNG file from that?
Yes. I could technically probably export them in Targa, but PNG works again just fine for this simple project. But please, while I draw this and export, tell us the story.
Oh my god. People will laugh like mad.
Remember, it's family safe.
Yeah. So I was starting your stream. I just turned your channel and stream started. I thought it started and I'm watching it. And you had some problems in blueprints like 2 days ago or yesterday, last stream, whatever, with event dispatcher. And then started to tell you use event dispatcher like I was like yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever. And then some other druggie was replying, and I'm looking, what is happening here? I'm not typing that. And then again, I see my words in the stream, and I'm confused. What's going on?
Okay.
And after a few minutes of typing with myself in a video I'm watching, I realized I'm watching a video, not a stream, actually. Then I joined the stream for a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay, got
I was watching a video for half hour and didn't realize I'm watching the stream for 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
That was hilariously fun when I realized I'm not watching the video. I mean, I'm not watching the stream, I'm actually watching video and try to chat with the video.
Oh. And did the so the drogie from the video replied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, replied. He was typing the same stuff that was happening into the stream, because I was actually typing that in that stream. And then I was shocked. What's going on? Something wrong with the chat. Who is typing in my name? And stuff like that.
Who's acting as his Dr. Drogi?
Yeah, I was so confused. And then you couldn't remember that event dispatcher from 2 days ago, and I was, whoa, what's going on? You didn't
Again?
remember it? And then I realized, oh, it's not the stream, it's the video I'm watching. Jeez.
Yeah, it happens from time to
Yeah,
time.
then I arrived to the stream and it was hilarious.
Okay, so I'm trying some crazy effects here. This I actually like.
And Flipcore had the same problem once. That happened to me to the stream and wrote,
Yeah.
why did you send message? Oh, just yeah, it
Probably in
was
the middle
hilarious.
of the night, right? On a different
Yeah.
time zone. What's
But
up
the
with
thing
this
is,
guy?
when you watch a video, also chat is going on the right side. And that's
Okay. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and can mess with you.
Yes, because they're doing them. They're storing the chat.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
And the biggest problem is you can write in that chat and you see your live messages and you see the past messages that was actually recorded with a video.
Oh.
And you cannot tell the difference.
Oh, got it.
So it really can mess you up.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay. Now I understand. I can
Okay, you
write in
anchor it.
those.
What
Okay.
you want? What you want to try now?
To quickly make the canvas, the widget for the melee, and trigger
Okay,
that
but
one when the regular melee attacker hits me.
okay, but you need to create the widget first.
I mean it.
Okay, you're doing it.
There we go. Scale this up.
There is a
nice.
cite the content button up there, so maybe you can if it can help.
Perfect. Perfect.
That maybe can help. I don't know. I don't know how it works for images, but it works perfectly for boxes.
Works brilliant. But the size, I'd like to keep it at 512, and I would like to scale from here, 1.3, 1.3. I'd rather let Unreal do the scaling instead of me doing the scaling. Okay, so I don't have a tablet. It's not like the best image I can do in 3 minutes, but it's functional and it will help us deliver the melee impression as well. So now I have the HUD damage, melee effect. I would still need to create now. You know what? Let's also rename this variable. Rename, so player damage ice.
Okay.
And let's create a player damage melee, which has to be of type melee as an object. And again, we'll add it at the end of everything. This keeps getting larger and larger.
Yeah, but
we're cool with
be
that.
sure that you're adding it when actually melee hits and calls for some calculation and stuff.
I prefer
where do you want to try it?
I prefer to add it. So this is something I did with the first one as well, with the ice one. I prefer to add it when we spawn the player, set it to hidden, and show it when something happens.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, you need to create it, otherwise you won't have a reference for it.
Yes. So let's say in the sequence, I'm going sequence here, but I'm not using timers, so we're cool. Break this one. So let's set the melee.
You could have just did that in a line behind that. It would be perfectly. No. Without that sequence, I mean, if you're creating two HUDs and then setting them to invisible, that's just perfectly fine.
Yes.
Without the sequence.
Without the sequence.
Yes.
Yeah, but
just add it behind. You're creating two widgets and set them invisible and waiting for later to something to happen. The sequence is not necessary.
But this should please Nick a bit because we're already in a long spaghetti. So I would rather rather keep here somehow in this part all the layers of HUD I'm doing, so we can back which one, if anything ever happens.
Yeah, it's okay.
For Nick, this one's for Nick. For you as well, because you're also much better at organizing stuff than I am. Okay, so come on, let's, you know what, don't, we need this, 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 just copy it here. So then we go boink, boink. Ah, yeah, okay. HUD damage melee effect with the same owning player. We set it in the variable of the damage melee created. We add it to viewport and we set it as hidden. Okay, so now we spawn the player and we give him both the melee and the ice effect. Now you're doing this split here. If it's an ice orb, if it's a lava orb, and if I'm not coming in from the dot effect, it's just the simple one, right? Deal damage to player. If I'm not mistaken. Let's try it out. Because I'm just doing, yeah, here's the deal. So let's show with damage. I really don't remember this stuff. Set visibility. Okay. Set visibility. Boink. Boink. Folks, we'll also go into what I like the most. Delays. We'll also go into delays. So the target here should be this one, the melee, and with a delay of...
Hey, I can join. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, nice. Second, don't add any functions behind the damage received from enemies. That's just our event for damage received. We have all other events to track when melee or some other stuff happened.
Okay, because I was already dirtying up, but
yeah.
Then
we have two events. One dot effect is it's a range one. When both range types hit, the dot effect is the event that's event of range damage procedure. And there is a melee somewhere there. I can't recall the name. But we will find it.
Okay. Let's just put here rain, and it's with red, so we kind of get it.
Yeah,
it's the damage.
I just have to. Oh, we don't have a melee one yet, but we will now create it, because the proper way to do it will be go to the troll. I forgot.
To switch to send a single event and then switch based on the troll type, and include the melee troll.
Just a second. We need to create a custom event on the troll character.
Yes.
Or a top-down character. Just a second. I can't see screen now. It's
troll. I'll already take you to the troll, because that's definitely where we have to be.
Yeah, the troll, when we have a hit from the clubs, we will not then run some event. Okay, go to the troll character. There are some overlap events up there. Just
deal damage melee.
Yes. Now on the right side, we are calling deal damage to player. That's the one. It's pure and clean. And after those two, we will call the custom event we need to create in a top-down character. So go to the top-down character.
Wait a second. But in the magic attack, we're calling what?
Magic attack. That's just for spawning an actor we're not calling anything here except spawning it.
Okay, so then the problem would be that the orb, the magic orb, is also
Yes.
calling deal damage to player, right?
It is, and it's calling dot effect. It's calling two things.
So
And
wouldn't
it's
it,
on the left side somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere
wouldn't
here.
it be simpler then?
Attack event. No. It's perfectly simple. Range. I don't know where it is. The thing is, the range damage dealing is not called actually from the character troll at all, because
It's from the orb.
character. Yeah, it's on orb, because orb is the one who is overlapping and calling when he overlapped. So
Yes.
on the troll, we just spawn the orb. Orbs flies away, and orb is another actor which will get us that node he overlapped and does
Yes.
what it does. But we need the custom event on top-down character for melee effects.
But what if we would break, I don't know if it's possible, but what if we would break the deal damage to player based on the instigator?
Why would you do that?
So when the troll calls deal damage to player, I show the damage melee. And when the orb calls deal damage to player, I don't show damage melee.
But that's not maybe good approach, because, for example, you want to have some type of trap on the map, which will only slow the player.
Yes.
You can call the event for slowing a player without doing a damage. Then you have much more flexibility later in your development if you're making the way I'm trying to tell you now.
Okay, so basically
Because
you're saying
with
to
this, yeah, just break that and make another event.
Roger.
So take damage. That's one simple thing. It's doing all damage to the character when it's needed.
Yes.
And that's it. That's
yes.
good.
And this would be, I'd call it, I don't know.
So custom event will be melee hit received or something like that.
Yes.
So you can call that from somewhere.
Received. Okay. We
Melee
just
hit
plug it in
received.
here.
Okay, we are setting visibility, player damage, melee visible.
Yeah.
That's good. Delay 3 seconds.
And yes. So I show the widget, I wait for 3 seconds, and then I hide it. I don't want this one to fade. I just want it to stay and then go away for now.
So, okay, now we need to call that custom event, melee received. And we will call it on the troll character, just behind those.
Okay, so
here... But you need to pull the blue line from the cast to the top-down character.
Nah.
It will be... it's okay, then you have to connect it now.
Okay, but then I would need to get the target
here.
Here, and then here. There we go.
Should be good, yeah. But no, it's not good. You need to have 2 of those.
Ooh.
Because on the bottom side,
I'm getting from here.
But if you connect the bottom one, the upper one will disconnect. So you need to do 2 of those.
And also, you know what? I will add the comment here to do. And here I will make custom. I will make custom for club hit, because remember, folks, the top line is when we get hit with the left hand, and on the bottom line is when the troll hits us with the club.
Correct. You have those two events happening.
And this is actually extendable, because then maybe the club would also blur the screen. So we would make another widget, maybe in the melee HUD, which already exists, where we would blur the screen a bit or something, because still club, the size of the player swing by a troll, should hurt a bit more than just a backhand. Okay, let's see if it works.
It will work.
Especially if I would set another troll in the map, it will definitely work.
Yes, so, the events passing will work, but I'm not sure with the colors and stuff. But events should pass. Yeah, it works.
Nice. Flap. And I'm done. Okay, and this brings us to the second topic of today, the HP vial. So right now I have somewhere in the content browser, we know we have it, blueprints, health pickups. Let's plant a few of these so we can face the trolls for a bit longer. Blam, I got hit. Blam, I got hit again. Okay. And I'm consuming the health pickups to restore my health. But I would like to model them in Blender to actually make them look like health potions, not like wet boxes.
For example, how are you driving the health bar there?
It's the same. I store the variable in the player, and I connect it to the HUD. And you binded it? Yes, yes.
Okay, that's just perfectly fine for the majority of games. Yeah, binding.
No, but it's not binded. It's wait, let's see.
Ah, it's with event.
I think so. Yes, magic orb, shoot enemies, back to normal. Health potion input.
Can I see it? Can you just can you just yes. Zoom it in a little?
Working on it, but let's restore HP by value of potion. Ah, okay. So in the HUD, I'm getting the HP. Let's look in the HUD widget.
Yeah, let's look in the HUD on the bar.
Here.
That's progress bar?
Yes, appearance. Okay, so the fill and color opacity. The fill is
binded. No, it's not. It is?
We'll see. We'll see right now. Add sign post message.
That's just text messages.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I wasn't looking in the good one. Sorry, there are a lot of them here. Okay, let's go to designer and actually find out the name of the function. But it's not here. Ah, get HUD health bar %. There we go.
Yeah, you binded it.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's calling.
I'm getting
character. HP. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm controlling.
This is perfectly fine to do it.
Fill.
There is a much more efficient way of tracking the health, and should be done in really optimized games with events, and we're not tracking live with the bindings, but that's another topic for some advanced blueprints and stuff. So
okay,
carry on. It's perfect like that. It's not so expensive, but there is a more efficient way to do it.
Yeah, I get it. To update passively. So yeah, this takes us back to the discussion we were also having with Slipcore. When do you switch from an active system to a passive system?
Something like that.
Fortunately, as Slipcore just nodded there, yeah, especially we should focus on doing that for things that do not, for things that change every tick. So, for instance,
fading
change. So fading changes every tick, right? Like we did with the timeline.
If you want a good effect, you want to drive it on a tick. Yes. If you want a really good look.
Exactly. But here, the health itself isn't changed.
Should not be changed
per tick. Yes. Yeah. So we're still somewhere in the safe zone. The way I'd work is do it like this, which is a bit more rough on the edges, and optimize only if needs be. The method Drogi is talking about is actually implying we build the event in the player every time we update his health somehow. So if we just look here in the top-down character.
But for example, Epic teaches on their trainings also with the bindings, and they're updating health on a stick. So that's perfect for curse and stuff like that. So it's not a mistake at all.
Okay, but how? So we would just put it here. So instead of saying the print string HP used, which is a debug, I would just bind an event in. You know what? Let's actually do it.
You would need a event that actually track on any damage receive, update HP on a HUD. That would be the shortest way. But to do that now,
yeah.
you need to rework a lot of stuff. So just keep like it is, because to do it really clean in Unreal, there is they're actually tracking damage, and you can call the function on damage received.
You know what?
So
you know what? Let's actually try to modify it now. I don't think it's that hard. I don't think it's that hard to switch from active tracking to
it's not so
passive.
hard, but the first thing you need to do, you need to tell your character to track when his HP is changed.
Yes, and so that's why I'm saying it's super simple. I already have the event get HUD health bar percent with a health change in it. I added now an input, health change, which would be the amount I'd like to pass, right?
Okay.
Okay. And but no, because this is on the update.
Yeah, this is update, which is tracking every tick.
Every tick,
So
yeah.
To remove the update, you need to have some type of events, which will pass the information. So
okay.
it's different. You
I'd have to refactor a lot.
You shouldn't use bind. Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely not going to do it during this stream.
Yes, I suggest just to go away. This is just perfect school example to do health progress bars and stuff like that.
Yes. So Slipcore is saying I can remove tick by removing the bind. Yes, but I'd have to refactor a lot for that. Slipcore says I can call this function now from everywhere. Yeah, okay. So Slipcore, wait, because yeah, I kind of get it. So Slipcore says, you know what? Let's actually do this. If you're still on the line and have a few moments to spare, yeah. So instead of using this function with the, oh man, I'd have to move it in, I just have to move this in another function. Because this one is a binded function, Slipcore. So I just have to move this chunk right here in another function, which would be update passive HP. Whoa, okay, got it. So I can remove the bind just by, oh gosh, I have too many functions.
Go in the designer tab. Go on the designer tab. There you can remove bindings.
Yes, but first I want to edit the function. So here, let's just put the function here. Okay, and I just make a function call. Yes, it's that easy. So here I just, but it's not here, it's here. Remove binding, get HUD health bar percent 0. And let's compile and save. And in the top-down character, here, I would just call the function from the widget. Get, no, health bar, come on, what was it? Percent. Yes. Health, get HUD health bar percent. There we go, here. Okay. But I would need, why can't I call it though? Because it only has a return. I'd need to put in a...
Yeah, but that's just changing for a potion. What will happen when you receive damage from the troll?
Well, that's the point. We can go in.
I'm telling you, you need to track.
Here. Yes, but here
you need to...
I get HP change. Yeah. Change, which I pass in as a float when I call the function, and I have to go to the widget first. Yes, got it, Slipcore. Got it. And here we're just gonna put the HP change. Okay, we'll worry about this later. Let's call the function and pass the HP from the top-down character. So from the HUD widget, which we have here, player HUD widget, boink. Here we do the percent. Why can I only call it? Why can I only... Oh, there we go. There we go. But I can't call it. Why can't I call it? Though. Because I can now send the HP, but I can't call it.
From the character to the
to
the widget, you can send a message if you have a reference to the widget, which you have, and you should cast or something like that, and then set the variable or stuff like that. Or
okay.
Or
yes, you are right. Cast to the player widget.
Or you can...
Let's try the cast to the player widget. Cast to HUD player here in the object, this one, and as HUD player var first.
Okay, since you have only get, that means you cannot change it.
Yes.
From the player.
Yes.
Which would put one problem in front of us, and
I'd keep it like this for now and model the health vial.
I would solve with the event dispatcher again. I would just call one function. I would call one event when the HP change, and then I will listen that from the HUD and update variable. But I suggest just go from here. Like,
okay.
It was working, bind it.
Yes.
And that's it.
Okay. We'll probably refactor this at some point because it sounds like fun. But yeah, it would be a big refactor, and we're kind of getting really off topic today. So let's just bind the health back here because we unbinded it, and it was binded to the percent. Get health bar percent. There we go. File and save, and let's test if it works. Something just happened. Nightmare Joker is now following us. Hello, Nightmare Joker, the mixer crowd. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. It works. Come on, swing at me again. Bam. Yes. These health potions are not a match for the damage the troll does. Yeah. Okay. Dr. Drogi, thank you so much for the call. And maybe we'll talk about refactoring that after. By the way, I have to announce this. We'll migrate to SVN. I already did an experiment today with Nick's project. Nick's project now runs on my spare computer on the SVN. It's like a rusty old Celeron. But basically we can host now on SVN, which is much easier to use for us. I don't know if Nick is still watching and if he allows me to show how SVN actually works integrated with Unreal. But anyway, we'll also do it for our project as well.
Yeah.
So then we can go in and refactor and do stuff properly really fast, because we won't have the difficulties we had with GitHub, which is a great software, but more for the programmers. Cool.
Yeah, see you later.
See ya. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you again very much.
No
Bye. Okay, so before I turn on the music, I lowered the volume so we don't make anyone's ears bleed too much. Mapapa is asking me why not Bitbucket with Git. That's also something I would probably investigate. However, my very own private SVN sitting on a 320 gigabyte hard drive is the perfect solution for me. Right now, I'm more concerned about the speed with which other people will be able to transfer in and out from the SVN I have at home, and that's what I'll investigate in the next few days. Bitbucket with Git, you know what? I'll actually write this down. As long, Mapopa, as long as we can do exclusive checkouts, it's good. If it can do exclusive checkout, it's good. Bitbucket with Git. Also, folks, please allow me to change the topic, because we did let's go back to the start scene. Let's transition. No, we can. So we did the HUD effects. Now we should do the HP vial, and then towards the end of the stream, some sounds. Thank you very much, Mapopa. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will also give it a read after, immediately after the stream ends. I will definitely look into Bitbucket. So just to spend a bit more time here. The problem when working with data is that we're losing the super special ability of GitHub to merge files edited locally like programmers do. And then there's the LFS subject. GitHub, when used with large files, isn't the best system around because we're bloating up. If not using large file system, we're bloating up really fast the directory structure. That's why SVN, at least for now, seems to me the best solution for data-driven projects. And if you really want to go all the way, you can check out Alien Brain. It's a very expensive solution, but it's a solution that tracks internal file changes on the most common art formats: PSD, JPEG, TGA, and even MAX files. So Alien Brain is at the moment the only one able to track differences between versions of the same 3ds file or FBX file for that matter. Okay, HP vial. I will quickly look in the drive folder for the HP vial I'm trying to obtain tonight. Let's see if we have it here. If not, I'll have to ask Irina to send us the picture of it, because we have a really nice and pretty HP vial. Drive, Isometric RPG. Nope, unfortunately we don't have it, but we'll ask for the reference. Anyway, it cannot be a cube anymore. So let me just quickly ask for the reference. Sorry for keeping you waiting. There we go. Oh. Okay, done. So, until then, let's fire up Blender anyway. What else is there better to do than firing up the Blender? But I'll try to get a reference in as soon as possible for the HP vial. Okay. And again, the sound part will probably be the funniest one. Okay. So the HP vial, would we actually get the size, or don't we even need it? I'll cheat a bit because I know how it should look like, but I'll try to get the reference from Irina because she drew us a nice HP bottle. Okay. For now, I'm just trying to get the scale in right. Guessing 40 by 40 centimeters should be okay. Let's see how it looks like. File, port, FBX. Where will we put it? Oops, we're not in the good project. Isometric RPG, content, static meshes, props. Let's create a folder here. HP vial, and let's actually call it HP vial. Nick, I will actually try porting the project just to make sure it's safe for 4.19. As far as I know, I did not use, nor me nor Dr. Drogi, we did not use anything. We did not use anything that doesn't port in 4.19. If you're asking about the Isometric RPG course content, if you're asking about our project, ooh, you have 4.19.2. Haha, okay, got it. I'll also have to update to 4.19.2. But also, this is some game dev industry old school knowledge. If you don't need the new features, always try to stay one version behind. Because you know for sure 4.18.3 is stabilized, locked and loaded, and that's what it is. 4.19.2 you might have to update to 4.19.3 depending on what happens there. So try to stay as much as possible on one capital version behind. Let's also change the what we're doing. So what we're working on right now is an HP vial for the player. Blender. An HP vial for the player. Let's for now remove the print screen we have, and hoping Irina finds the reference and takes a photo of it. I can also show it. The owner, Slipcore says, the owner of the project he works on the most always says to wait before something 0.3, so the third update mostly is safe. Yeah, I prefer to go even one step further, always lag 1x behind. So if now they're working on 19.19.2, I take 18.3 final. Because I know they finished their entire roadmap for what was supposed to be in 18.3, and I know it's stable and the best release like ever. I'm not saying there are cases. The project, look, this is 18.3. For instance, something I don't have in this project is the ability to set in the light map here. I can set the volumetric light map detail cell size. I can set the volumetric light map maximum brick memory size, but in 19.0 already, there's another value below here where you can set the volumetric light map smoothing based on size or something, which helps if you're into architectural visualization or stuff like that. But we don't need it for this project, so I know 418.3 is stable. Okay, let's see what we did with that FBX. Yeah, 4.83 is, you know, it's stable. Okay, so we got in the object. I'm just checking for the scale now. Props, HP vial. There we go, way too small. Okay, so what's the approximate size of this object? The scale is 1:1. let's actually browse to the asset and see what object this is using. It might be 1 meter by 1 meter. Cube. Search it here and here. Yes, the size is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. So let's go back to Blender. Let's also make this to be approximately 1 meter by 1 meter. Approximately. So that would mean 10 grid points. I'm not the most precise person in Blender yet. Of course he is. Actually, it might not be a game. My bad. My bad. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be good. Roughly. This would be probably the total bounding box. Not, it won't be the total bounding box. This will probably be the total bounding box of the health vial HP pickup. So, boink. Let's also save it. Static meshes. Static meshes. Drive, Isometric RPG, static meshes, props. We create a folder here, which you guessed it, it's called HP vial. And inside we call it HP vial. Blend. Save the Blender file. Let's actually export it a bit cleaner than we usually do. We select our operator, which we know is good for Unreal, and export it again. By the magical powers of Unreal, import the change, and now we're somewhat in the proper size, somewhat. Good, it's good. So remember, this will be the bounding box of how the entire HP vial fits in on the screen and in the world. This way, the player can easily see it, and it's good. I still wonder if Irina would send us or not the screenshot. I guess not, because she probably didn't see the notification. But anyway, I'll try to look it up in the drive again. Sorry about that, I didn't prepare that good, but we'll find it somehow. Or I could just go full Cartman and go like, nah, nah, can you send me? But I won't do that. I won't do that. Okay, we have the proper sizing, and although I would like to show you the concept art, I'll start working directly. So, object mode. Sorry, let's create a cube. Yes, an HP vial for the player. Location, radius. Centimeter point meters, way too much. 0.2. NGS Nick, yes, but if I'm not mistaken, he's not working. I mean, one is professional, the other is hobby, and so on. We don't need this anymore. Let's rotate this. 45. I would like to set angle snapping here. Of course, I could just go to the transform pane, rotate, and no, not that clean. Transform location. Yes, it's that kind of Blender, heavily modified, not necessarily the bestest. Freeze and freeze. Where are we? Come on. Play. Hitting. Transform. There we go. Rotation. 45 degrees. 45 degrees here too. This looks beautiful now. I'm trying to read what Sleepcore is saying. Also, you talked about arrays not keeping their order. Can you elaborate on that? Oh yeah, yeah. Please, I would also like to know more about that, Dr. Drogi. It's actually we're kind of using arrays from time to time. A red cross. Yes and no, Nick. I actually have a vial in mind, which is red in the bottom and has something like goldy in the top. So I'm thinking of going into edit mode, into creating a cylinder with much lesser sides, let's say 12, with the depth about this big, and with the rotation should be 0 here. Here. There we go. This is what I had in mind. You'll see why. You'll see why if and when we get the concept. If not, I promise I'll tweet it. Okay. So now we go Alt L and we select the cube and we try to align it. We'll try to, you know what? I should have detached this one. Attach to object. Selection. Object mode. So this one, and we go into align selection, and we align orientation, position from center maybe to center on X and Y. Minimum. Center to pivot? No, because it's perfectly aligned, that's the problem. Yeah, and that's the problem. Anyway, what we're trying to achieve, believe it or not, is this. But, yeah, we should also add more people to the streams Discord. You know what? I'll just share the link now to the streams Discord so you folks can connect much easier. So invite. I'm getting the link now. Invite people. Set the link not to fire. Come on, folks. Jump right aboard this Discord. Much easier to connect there. There we go. I'm not sure I'm getting the perfect alignment here yet. And I'm not. This would be somewhat perfect alignment. Again, my Blender skills mucho bad. But it should be good enough. Okay. Okay. Not here. Object mode. Edit mode. I'll go into the face now and do some extruding and beveling and whatnot. A wild Florine appeared in the Discord. Yay! There we go. Extrude again. Maybe like this. Okay, so now it looks like something you could drink out of. Object mode. Get it a bit more. Like this. Looks good, looks good, looks good on almost all sides. Okay. There. This should be good, and maybe I'll make it a bit more chamfered on the edges. So I'll go into edges, I'll select all of them, and I would just bevel them a bit. I would just not bevel, but weld, push, shrink, verify, extrude maybe, edges only. Ooh, I'm definitely not extruding in the right direction. K9IK90 is thinking of doing a fighting game like 2.5D Street Fighter, a la Street Fighter on Unity. What do I think? K9IK90, I think that's a great idea, my friend. And Unity, but I'm not that good with Unity. My students at the university are actually using Unity. I'm teaching them design, management, production and marketing, but their entire 2 years master's degree is structured on Unity because it's much easier to learn, because it's C#, not C++. And I know from them you have to be careful when choosing if you're doing a 2D project or doing a 3D project. You can port back and forward between them, but it's a decision you have to take at start. You said 2.5D, I'd say go directly in full 3D and don't worry about it. But then again, I'm not an expert in Unity. This is just what I've heard from my students. If you want, I could ask them more about how they work, but right now they're in their first semester, so I'd wait until they finish their second semester and then they'll be already scarred by production. Okay, what was I doing here? Trying to bevel somehow. Not like this. Merge that. The extrude might work, because the thing is, if I just select, I would just select 1 or 2 edges like this, and I would do bevel. See, now it works. Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. Tinkles45. Welcome. Welcome to the show. As you can see, I'm not the bestest in Blender. Ah, okay, because I can go local here. That's why. Bevel a bit. There we go, folks. We are in business. Okay, okay, okay. This looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. Okay, now maybe I could go back in object mode. Mr. Tinkles, we're using Unreal Engine mostly, and I like to pretend I know what I'm doing in Blender, which is the program you're seeing now. Right now, we are modeling an HP vial, which will replace the white boxes we have in the level. So right now, if I pick them up, you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, I am getting HP vials in the inventory. By pressing F, I can consume the HP vials, but right now they're just white boxes, which doesn't look kinda totally okay. And I'm trying to make a bit more complex model and maybe put some materials in. Also, remember that if you stick around with us until the end of the stream, we will build the current playable game, which has about 3 levels, which look kinda, you know what, let's save current and let's open one so you'd see where we are with the assets and everything. Levels which look like this. So we we will build and distribute this. But the only problem we still have is the HP vials are not yet modeled. And Mr. Tinkle says this is his game, but his game isn't good. Mr. Tinkles, do you really want me to fire up right now a few screenshots from the first game I've worked on as a professional? So unlike you, who probably did this beautiful game all by yourself, do you really want me to fire up? And it's with cats, so come on, it's awesome. You know what? I'll set it on download because in case you're new here, Mr. Tinkles, we're playing video games made by stream participants. We already played NGS Nick's game, and I will also play your game. Again, do not tempt me to fire those screenshots from the first game I've professionally worked on 12 years ago. Then you'll see what a game that's not that good looks like. So don't worry about it. Okay, it's your first one. But you'll get better. What will happen with the projectile if it will not hit the player, asks NGS Nick. Well, dear Nick, it will automatically destroy itself after some travel distance or the moment it hits something. I'm not leaving projectiles out there to hang forever. Shamanul is in the house. Hello, dear Shamanul. Tough luck on yesterday's draw, eh? But fortunately, Florinel was kind enough to hear my request and he sent me the game, by the way. He's that kind of an awesome person. Oh, and then GS Nick made 2 huge steps towards becoming a total developer. Oh, and looks like we got Mr. Tinkles as a follower. Thank you so much, Mr. Tinkles. Yeah, you should get notified when we'll play your game. And I'm thinking maybe even on... So help me out, folks, because we got a good crowd in here. When should we move the game night when I play your builds? We have Monday, Wednesday and Thursday available. Which one should it be? Yeah, Nick, they're our support group. So, folks, when should we have the Let's Play Lazy Day? Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday? Your call, just type it in the chat, I'll collect opinions for a few days and we'll see when we move the Let's Play. When we play your builds, the builds you send me, the builds you've worked on. Because that's what developers do actually, Mr. Tinkles. The best thing you can do as a developer is share your thing so others can play it. Monday, okay. Mr. Tinkle says Monday. Okay, I'm lazy like a Monday morning. Or actually on Monday, I'm lazy like a Sunday morning. So Monday works for me. Sleepcore, would you also feel comfortable with Mondays? It doesn't have to be the next Monday for your game. It can be another Monday. Your call. Okay. So, health vials. Let's go back to the health vial. We have something going on here. Oopsie. Something going on here. Maybe I would like to smooth this object. So I'll go to the properties of this object. And I will add it some custom properties, was it? No. Some geometry data, custom split normals data, and some auto smooth. Come on. Oh, I have to be in. Whose game will I play this time? Well, I just got Mr. Tinkle's game. I was a bit concerned I couldn't play anything for a while, so thank you Mr. Tinkles for showing up. I got Mr. Tinkles' game, hoping for Slipcore's game as well, but I don't want to pressure him, so whenever he's ready, he'll send it and we'll play it. And I'm still searching, so anyone just drop it in. Edit mode, faces. Why you know auto smooth? 10:18 done. Nice, nice. Okay, so it doesn't have to be next Monday. It can be another time. Yeah, sure. Take your time, my friend. Mesh tool. Okay, there we go. Smooth. This one I want flat. Looks good. I can play Life is Strange. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. See, this is what comes up here in these streams, and this is what I really appreciate. We get like super awesome, super cool games like about golfing or something about cats, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Tinkles. Games you don't get from a AAA huge publisher that, of course, thinks about marketing and and that's a lot for you. Okay, is the Slipcore is the optional twist because you want it there, or because Unreal helped you have it there without necessarily your will, against your will? Oh snap! I was moving vertices in view mode. I was moving vertices in view mode. Global. Whoop. Here. And you know what? You know what? I think I'm onto something here. Object mode. This can scale up a bit. Looks like a perfume bottle or something. I know. Here. And maybe edit mode in faces. Okay. Yeah, please don't spoil it. I only have a single request. If possible, try sending me the build windowed, because I don't have the best setup for full screen play. You can now send it windowed 1080p because I'm running the entire screen in 1.5K, so you can send it 1080p windowed, and if possible, just send it 6 hours before the stream, so we 6 hours before the stream, so I can download it, double click the executable, make sure it works and stuff like that. Which, by the way, folks, is something I've learned when I was demoing for Ubisoft or for Electronic Arts, the game I've worked on, like Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, Wildlands, or FIFA. Yeah, I learned it. Yeah. Welcome to the club, Nick. You might be amused by this, but actually, even at Ubisoft, we kind of learned it the hard way after we failed a few times with the demo. And I'm not talking about E3, because there at E3 or GDC, the fine, outstanding folks from E3 or GDC make sure you send them the build. So they manage this for you. But we failed at smaller press kits. We were going, for instance, in Milan or Madrid to connect with the local press there. Awesome experiences, very tiresome because we would fly in first thing in the morning and usually fly out first thing in the evening in the same day, and we would do like a tour, go there and there and there and there. And the first time we started doing this, we weren't that good at checking the build, making sure the room where we go has the projector connected to the console. In Madrid, if I'm not mistaken, we almost got the presentation hijacked by the lack of an HDMI cable. So yeah, stuff happens. One of the location managers had to quickly go and find an HDMI cable. It was actually quite funny. What am I selecting here? Just these ones. I would like to make the vertices. Okay, this looks nice. This looks nice now. Okay. We're back in. You know what? I would like also to attach, maybe I would like to attach them together. Yes, I would like to attach to this one in edit mode. Attach, where are you? Hide and hide. Come on, I want to export it already. Clone, create mesh tools. Okay. Next. No. So I have detach. Repair, target weld. If anyone sees the attach, let me know. Aha. Okay, so apparently the arrays aren't as easy as they seem. You guys kind of scare me a bit. Attach, clone, special. Slice. Okay, maybe it is object code and both of them. Attach. Really Blender? Looks like a low poly chicken wing. Something like that. Something like that. It should be more like a perfume bottle of sorts. Okay, we're done. Save it. No, we're not done. We have to unwrap its UVs. Edit mode, select everything, right click, UV mapping, smart UV project. Okay, let's also check it. Let's also check the UV. Yeah, KFC the game, exactly. Okay, good enough. Remember, we're just using diffuse. Yes, it will be like a bottle where we'll store some magic or something. I don't know yet what colors or shaders we should do for it. Info, file, oops, edit mode, object mode, file, export, FBX, and we are set. Whoopsie, we get a big red error. Tangent space can only be computed for trees and quads. Okay, so this happens because we have to set on the object properties here. We have to add custom split normals data. Like so. Now I'm getting some, the normals are actually looking good. Looking good. Okay, file, export, FBX. You still get the error. Can only be computed for trees and quads, but where do I not have trees and quads? Call Tony, he will do it in no time. Yes, he will. Yes, he will, but I can't abuse Tony because he's already super nice and helping us with the assets. And right now he's focused on doing the roofs. So I won't even go there. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Property. No. Yep. Property. Let's try an auto smooth. Or we already have an auto smooth. Okay. Let's just. Okay, so people are joining in. Florinel is in the Discord. Okay, okay. Add custom split normals. Should be good this. Should be good. Export selected. NFB. Unreal good. File. But I'm still getting the error. But where don't I have trees and quads? That's a funny question. Yeah. I have trees and quads everywhere, right? You know what? Let's check. Edit mode. Edges. Yeah, these ones are connected. These ones are connected. Oh, okay. My bad, folks. My bad. I didn't probably I didn't attach it right. Let's look in the modifiers. See what modifiers we have here. Properties. Modifiers. No, we're clear. Edit. Edge split. This will definitely break it. Triangulate. I don't want to add it to triangulate, but I'll do it. Triangulate. Apply. Done. Done. And now, info file export fbx HP vial. Now it worked. Now it worked. Where are we? Come on, show us the vial. Imported. Let's go again to Dr. Drogi's test map. Oop. Don't I have the HP vial here? Let me just check. No, I don't. Content, static meshes. When will I end this stream? In about 15 minutes, Nick, after I build and distribute. I've put in the preliminary vial object and I'll definitely end it in about 15 minutes, 30, something like that. If anyone in the stream didn't do that yet, you might want to punch that follow button, because next time, next Monday, we'll play Mr. Tinkles's game. Mr. Tinkles, you seem to know how Tony works, I read in the chat. HP vial, there we go. There we go. This looks like something out of which the orcs, the trolls, would drink. Now, I would like to make it a bit smaller and to give it some nice colors as well. And let's actually do this a bit in Blender first. So I'd like to scale it down a bit. There. Like a flask, a vial, I don't know how to call it. Okay. You know what? I'll try to set material IDs here, because I'm getting some ideas now. Not on edges, material IDs we usually set on faces. I would like to play a bit with the emissive materials again. Yes, if anyone asks, tell them I like emissive materials. Thinking more like metal on the hard edges and some glowy stuff on the larger square edges. But yeah, Nick, you got the direction we're aiming for here. I'm trying to select here this little one. Okay, here and here. There we go. How do I give you a different material ID, my friend? How do I do that? Way tools, loop tools, right click? It would be too easy, but let's try it. Normals, definitely not. UV mapping, transform, cursor, orientations, setting. Yeah, dude, you're also a teacher. When one teaches to learn, my friend. And thank you for pushing me into doing the into setting up the SVN. Thank you. I wanted to do it for our project. Luckily, we had your project, which has more time before the release, because we're kind of hurrying to release the Isometric RPG Learn Level Design course. And that's why we ported your project first to see if it works. And by the way, it works. Come on, somewhere here. Materials. This is a scene thing. No, not here. World. Cube. Okay, no. Constraint, modifier. UV map, okay. Geometry data, maybe in material data. I'm completely lost in Blender, I must confess. Ah, there we go. There we go. New material. Whatever. And I just want to assign it. Pink assigned. And now I'll just invert the selection. Create a new material. And assign it. This should work, folks. This should work. This should work. Let's see if it works. So if I click on this one and I press select, it did select it. And if I press on this one and I press select, it maybe select. Oh, I have to do deselect, and now I have to press select again. Yes, we have different material IDs. Try to design and make 100 different rooms. Yes, I would add NGS Nick in a manner that's easy to understand for the rest of us and fun for the players. Create a new material here and assign it here. Okay, I might just have three material IDs here. Sheesh. Info, file, export, FBX with our good operator preset. You know what? Let's just wing it. Swing it to the fence and back till it bounces just right. Import the change. We have three material channels on the object, ladies and gentlemen. I try to do this every day. Yeah, I try to do this every day. So we now have three different material channels. Of course, this one will get some emissive on it. There's no doubt about it. The red one, of course, because it's health. This one will get metal. Do I have something like metal? Yes. And this one will get something like yellow. Rope. We'll just use rope for now. Rope-a-dope. There we go. Save. Yes. Yes. Now this looks just right. Of course, this is just the static object, so I'll have to delete this one. Go to the actual pickable pick-upable actor, and replace this box with can I replace from the content browser if I just select it here? Static meshes, props, HP vial, click, and if I just hit replace maybe. Oh dang, I can't. Oh, I should have used the static mesh actor here. Oopsie. Okay, this is gonna get a bit dirty. HP, so static, we're doing it properly now. Static mesh is here to the differentiated. Oh, okay, regional slend. Thank you so much for following this awesome stream. Yes, yes. It is good, but I just want to make sure I don't have any references on the cube. Okay, my bad. Got it. I was looking at the trigger volume. Yeah. Use the HP vial. Scaling. Do I scale it? Yeah, I scale it a bit. Like so. Not compile. Save. You're just in time, we made better HP vials. Yes! Yes! Yes, we're good. Yes, we are good. Also, just to add a sprinkle on top is I want to set this static mesh in lighting to make sure it uses the emissive if it can. Cast shadow, far shadow, dynamic inset, cinematic, hidden light as if static. No, so I can't. Okay, then maybe I won't cast shadow at all and I'll add a point light, a reddish point light. Come on, point light. There we go. With some radius. I think it's a bit too much. Reddish as well. Let's pick from here the proper color. Let's also maybe show a floor to see how this would look like. Ooh. Okay. Okay, here. There. No, to the center it is. Okay, looks good, looks good. Still, let's lift this up a bit. Perfect. Compile, save, and now we get this nice glow around them, right? And you know what follows, folks? You know what follows? We're gonna make the lights static in it. Static. Face it sideways on the game. Yeah, with random rotation, definitely. I'll actually check if I do that when opening the chest that gives this. Stick around for 3 more minutes and you'll see where I'm going with it. Movable, stationary. Ooh, my bad, my bad, my bad. On the point light. Stationary light. Because I caused 2 other components to change mobility. Okay. I have to stay immovable. I have to stay immovable to use a dynamic light, and if I have to do that, I will decrease the attenuation radius a lot. 140, no, we're talking about 100 here. Rotating movement component on them. I just keep it immovable because I spawn only. Oh, okay, so they rotating movement. There we go. But then I should put it. It does it automatically. Okay. Compile. Simulation. So I'm doing it for the box. But why am I not doing it for the cube? You know what? Let's just... No, I can't attach there. Update only, rotate y-axis. Yeah, it's working, but it's working for the box. Look. See? It's working for the box, for the trigger. It's not working for the entire route. Is levels and maps a bot? Yes, it's repeating the chat from other channels where I stream. I am using a bot, yes. Constraint to plane. Hello YouTube and hello Mixer. And hello Mixer. Editable when inherited. It's not a scene component and it cannot be attached. But you know what? I would rather than attach everything to the box and simulate again. No, now it's not rotating at all. So the cube is a child of the default scene route. Re-import component, it should work. Okay, so I delete this one, says Dr. Drogi. And on the default scene route maybe? Or on the cube? Or on the health pickup itself? Let's try it on all of them. Rotating movement. Simulate. Nothing. Compile, sorry. Simulate. Nothing. Bam. On the cube. Bam. Compile. Simulate. Nothing. Because everything is parented to the default scene route now. Do I need the default scene route? Dr. Drogi is now reading intensely. Rotating movement. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, activate. Wait. Everything is movable. Yes. Yes. Ah, the cube is static, Dr. Drogi. The cube, the mesh is static. That's why. Now it will work. The mesh was set to static. Silly little me. Save everything. And let's hit. You know what? I'll also add some random rotations in the first place. And now we hit play. Nice. Nice. Bam. Bam. I got hit again. Yeah, 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 yeah. I had something static in there. Okay. And let's save everything. Oh, regional island. Now let's take it to the real level. Recent levels, level 3. And let's see how it works out here with the dynamic lights on it as well. Pa 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 pa. Ratata. Ratata. Regional island. Are you watching this from PC or are you watching this from your Xbox? I'm building this for PC at the end of the stream and distributing with everyone. That's why I'm asking. There we go. Up. And now we should find, should we find a crate around here? Oh, plop. There we go. We have one spawned. Okay. I want to check This spawns 3 of them. Ah, and I picked up 2 automatically. Automagically. Okay. We might work on that a bit more. But you know what? It's good for now. I'll start cooking, folks. I'll start cooking. Package project. Windows. 64-bit. Regional island. Regional island. Yes, Dr. Drogi helped me a bit there as well. If my memory is not mistaken, is not playing tricks on me. Regional island. I promise the first chance I get to build for Xbox. I don't know if I need the dev kit or just the XDK. I will actually try to build this for Xbox as well for all the Mixer people in the house. I don't know though if I can distribute like I distribute for the PC people. Yes, regional island. We have 3 health potions jumping out of the object too, of the chest. It wasn't clear enough because 2 of them spawned directly on the player and the player automatically picked them up. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. I'll ready my Google Drive folder as usual. My drive builds. Packaging is complete. So this time we didn't have that many changes in the first place. I don't know where the log is. Where are you, log? I did not. Ah, okay. Output log is here. So everything was successful. The output log is behind my image in the stream. So we go to the builds folder. Isometric, no, packaged. What date is it today? It's 7th of June. So we'll just add to archive. Thank you very much, Regional Island. If you also have a PC in the house, maybe you can also get the link I'm sending right now. So this should be called June 7th. And as usual, this is the drive folder itself. Try to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. June 7th, I just put it in the drive. It's uploading. Let's check the stream health so we don't kill it. We're there, we're good. Stream is healthy, we're healthy, everyone is healthy and happy. Exactly, acceleration drink. I think I just had one. Yes, that would also be a nice mechanic to like make you faster. If anything, if I would implement anything before releasing the level design course with the content for this isometric RPG, I would first do damage amplifiers for the player. So like you pick stuff up and your magic orbs get better. But an acceleration potion as well, oh, that would be so cool. I played a lot of Magicka and that was my favorite spell in Magicka. I don't know if you played it or if you used the acceleration spell, but yeah, I love it. Okay, upload is complete. We take this link, we go on goo.gl, we shorten the link so we don't get hampered by the bot. I copied it, done. There you go, folks. Everyone, I hope, has the build now. Unfortunately, I can't do some sounds today as well, although that is going to be fun. We'll just leave it for tomorrow at the same time. So please just type in the chat if you got the link. If you got the link and you can access the folder and see the archive. Okay, I just listened to how it's pronounced with Googlebot. And nobles are rare. Nobles are rare. Okay. You play a lot, eh? Regional Island? Okay, so everyone, download works. Nice. Unfortunately, I'll bump the sounds for tomorrow, or fortunately, I'll bump the sounds for tomorrow because it's kind of late and I should do stuff with Irina as well. Maybe we'll take a walk this time because we already went with the bicycle. I still don't know if we found the picture, but we didn't find it yet, unfortunately. Anyway, we'll find the reference for the HP vial, don't worry about it, folks. And let's quickly transition to the ending scene. Bam! So, a backpack, regional island. The backpack is something much more complex to implement than the time allows it. I have to release the level design course because my Indiegogo backers are waiting for it, but it's something I would rather do after I release the course, after I record the video tutorials for level design. It's something I would do as a season 2 on this show together with Dr. Drogi. Like a backpack with item management, maybe a quest management system, to like bump up the RPG-ness inside the tiny build we have. So, dear friends, thank you once again for being here, for putting up with 3 hours of me talking and sometimes doing it right, most of the times doing it right. Unfortunately for today, yes, but I will be live at 12 AM Pacific Daytime tomorrow, or 9 PM Central Eastern European Time, or at 12:30 AM Indian Standard Time. So remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays we go live. Punch that follow link. If you're on Twitch, punch that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, or follow on Mixer, because that's how I guess it's called. Tomorrow we'll do it again for about 3 hours. Try to add sounds, maybe bump a bit higher and better the HUD images. Bye, bro. I say to you as well, regional island, and bye to everyone. See you tomorrow when we continue development on this beautiful project. Thank you so much, Dr. Drogi, for jumping in again. Thank you so much, Sleepcore, for testing the SVN with me. We'll probably fire it up real soon. Thank you so much, Florinel, for donating the game you won yesterday on Indie Club Live's channel. Bye, everyone. Good night. Let's have fun tomorrow as well. Bye. Bye.